everyone, I'm Janome Maker, Lauren Does Cosplay, and recently I have been working on a costume that has required a lot of free motion embroidery, which I've been posting about on my Instagram stories and getting a lot of feedback and questions asking how I'm doing it. So for today's tutorial, I thought it would be fun to show you how to set up your machine, what sort of materials you need, and just in general how to do free motion embroidery if you don't have like a dedicated embroidery machine like me. So I'm just using it on my standard sewing machine. I have been super excited since learning this technique, and I've been thinking of all the ways that I can like apply it to different projects. So today's tutorial is a little bit less of like a dedicated project and more of a skill set or a new idea that you can apply to other projects. Today I'll be working on my Janome Continental M8 sewing machine. For this project, you're just going to need a standard all-purpose thread. Thread your machine and load your bobbin as you would for any standard sewing project. Going over to the screen, you're going to press the question mark icon and select Replacing the Needle Plate. For safety, lock your machine with the key icon, then scroll down to page 2 to select the needle plate replacement icon. This will automatically raise the needle plate for you to then remove. The standard needle plate that comes on the machine has this long oval hole where the needle comes in and out of. Your Janome machine comes with several needle plates, but you want to select this one with 3 small holes in the same spot. Place the new needle plate down and the machine will automatically secure it into place. Back to the screen, you can now repress the key icon to unlock your machine and exit out of the needle plate replacement screen. Using this small screwdriver that comes with your machine, we're now going to remove the standard presser foot. Loosen the screw with the tool and then you can unscrew by hand until the presser foot comes off. The foot we're using for this tutorial is labeled PDH, which is a free motion embroidery foot. There are 2 versions of this foot that come with Janome machines, but either will work for this technique. Place the new foot into position and hand tighten the screw, then secure it with the screwdriver. This is how your machine should look, and you'll know you're ready to start sewing. For fabric, it's important to keep in mind that heavier fabrics will take embroidery well, and thinner fabrics will need some sort of stabilizer. Here I'm using a medium weight cotton and lining the back with a medium weight fusible interfacing. The more delicate your fabric, the sturdier of interfacing you're going to need. Here I'm using an iron to attach my fusible interfacing so the 2 fabrics act as one. Since this fabric here is lighter in color, I'm using a water-soluble marker to draw out a few designs for demonstration. On the project I've been working on, the fabric is darker, so I first drew my design onto a clear water-soluble stabilizer and stitched directly on top of that. Either way works, it just depends on your fabric. Now taking our fabric to the machine, you can start stitching. Wherever you start, do a few stitches back and forth to lock your threads before moving on to the design. This method of embroidery lowers the machine's feed dogs, so it's entirely up to you to move the fabric. If you're not moving the fabric, the needle will just go up and down into the same hole forever. So I'm just slowly using my hands to move the fabric and trace that swirling design that I made. The faster you hit the pedal and the faster you move your hands, the more difficult this will be. So make sure to take your time and take it slow. The world is your oyster as far as the design you're embroidering, but you can even do lettering. On the swirling line, I just did 1 stitch of a pass over it, but you can make any of your lines thicker by doing several passes over the lines. What you're seeing here is a little bit more of a rough example since I'm going pretty fast, but for the project I have been working on, I did a single line pass over the whole design, then I went back over every little section until all of the lines were about a 1/4 inch wide. This process does take several hours, so take your time and lock into that embroidery zone. You can see with some extra hand embroidered detail that this makes for an excellent base for more intricate designs. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope that it could help you learn a little something new, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!